Good afternoon, everyone. This is Kathy Cadlick, the marketing manager for Carey Travel Express. I'd like to welcome you again to our final virtual presentation today, and that is with Viking Cruises. As a reminder, you are all placed on mute, and if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat box, and at the end, we will answer those questions very briefly. Carey Travel Express is a full-service travel agency. We are local here in Cary, Illinois, and pretty sure most of you on the call today are clients that we've worked with in the past. If you're new to Carey Travel Express, remember that we are able to work with you right now. If you'd like to come in, we are doing socially distanced and safe with masks on. You can always call us for an appointment. We can work with you over email. And also, of course, now we've gotten so good at Zoom, we can set up a Zoom call with you as well. So whatever and however you feel most comfortable. Just a few other items that I'd like to point out also. By attending our webinar today, you will be entered to win one of our 2 grand prizes, which we'll be drawing next week after we finish our virtual presentations. And the first grand prize is the wonderful 7-night cruise on a celestial cruise, or you have the opportunity to win a 3-night stay at Dreams Vista with vacation air flights from Apple Vacations. I also wanted to point out that we have a lot of travel show specials going on this week that are unique to Carey Travel Express, and those offers are not available online or with other agencies. So we hope that if we can help you plan a future travel package, you'll certainly reach out to us, get in touch with us, and we can help you with your vacation package. Of course, today we're going to talk with our Viking Cruises, and I have on with us John. He is our Viking Business Development Manager. He's going to talk to us about Viking Ocean and Expedition. And I did just want to point out, which I know John will also mention, that we do have some special offers for booking with us here in the next 2 weeks. And also when you do book a Viking River or Ocean cruise, Carey Travel Express does add the Silver Spirits beverage package to your reservation. And that is something you do not get online or with any other travel operator. So with that, John, please take it away.
Okay, thank you. Just wanted to check, I'm admitting people into the room. Does anybody have the other ability to do that as well? Because I want to be able to talk.
Yes, I can.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good.
Don't worry about
Okay,
it.
good.
Thank you.
All right, great, thank you. Well, hi everyone. John Jerkovich here from Viking Cruises. Been in the travel industry about 31 years, working for a couple different cruise lines, and joined Viking 4 years ago, and I'm very happy to represent this brand. We're a very new cruise company, being 24 years old compared to some of the others, but a lot of growth in that period of time. And it all started with river cruising. Oftentimes my friends and family call my company Viking River Cruises still to this day, but we are quite a bit larger than that at this point. Quite a bit of expansion on many rivers throughout the world, as well as ocean cruising that started back in 2015. And then we're venturing into some new markets in the next coming years. We're going to be doing expedition cruises to Arctic and Antarctic. We're going to be doing Great Lake cruising. And we're also going to be cruising the Mississippi in 2022. So a lot of very exciting things happening. We're going full throttle. We're not slowing down. And I just want to tell everybody, I'm going to try to do this very quickly. You're going to notice I talk very fast because I've got a lot of information to cover. I know there's a certain football game coming up a little bit later, and you're probably going to want to watch it. And I wish them a lot of success. My team lost yesterday, so I'll be rooting for the Bears. We have plans for starting up April 1st. It's been an odd couple months, the past month since March when we ceased operations, but our goal is to start up April 1st. If you do have health and safety concerns, I want to refer you to the experts at Carey Travel Express. They can research it through Viking, but we did hire a vice admiral to head our health and safety concerns in our startup. And Dr. Bono has been a wonderful resource for us to use regarding how we're going to start up, what kind of practices we're going to have on board. On our ocean-going ships, we actually did introduce the I think I forget, it's PCS testing. It's a saliva test that we are going to be doing daily for our crew and our guests. It's something that we feel that's necessary for starting up in this era of cruising that we're in. And as we see the vaccine more widely widely used throughout the globe, we do think that things will eventually return to normal. But right now we do have April 1st as our goal for startup again. We're going to talk about mainly Viking ocean cruising. Again, we were very famous for our river cruising for a number of years. And then our owner, Tor Hagen, wanted to get back into ocean cruising. He had a previous cruise line before Viking called Royal Viking Cruise Line. And his love for cruising led him to start the company in 2013. And then our first ocean-going ship hit the waters in 2015. We had a wealth of experience from Viking river cruising and Royal Viking ocean cruising, and it really helped us become very successful quickly, in such that in the very first year of operation, we took home the readers of Travel and Leisure magazine Best Small Ocean Cruise Line under 2,200 guests. And that we did that our first year with just one ship. The previous cruise line that had that award had it for about 20 years. They weren't too happy with us. So we did it our very first year, and we've done it every year since then. So all 5 years we've been cruising in the ocean, we've won this award. And we owe a lot to our past guests and a lot of people that are trying us for the first time that have heard good things about us. But it's something that we've added fleet to our inventory. We've added new destinations to our inventory, and we've maintained this award. So we're very, very proud of this. Our philosophy is not trying to be something for everyone. We realize we have kind of a unique product. We've always geared our brand to English-speaking, mature couples with curious minds with an interest in history, culture, and geography. It's all about the ports of call. It's all about taking part in the shore excursions that we offer, as well as the optional shore excursions that are available. It's all about the immersion of the culture that you're visiting. We're trying to be a very efficient operator, passing savings back to our guests whenever possible. Inquire with your Carry Travel Express travel advisor. There's a way to save a little bit of extra money at times. If you don't want to use a credit card, you can do a bank transfer from your account and you can save a little extra on that. And we are a very inclusive brand. We don't have a lot of nickel and diming going on board our ships, and our guests appreciate that especially. It's all about getting into the ports and learning and understanding. We've got the information on our website to go to, wonderful filmographies about the ports of calls that we visit, as well as the useful, knowledgeable travel advisors to help you pick out itineraries. A lot of activities that we take place on board the ship. We bring in culture from the ports, singers, dancers, lecturers, musicians come on board the ship to perform, as well as the shore excursions that we offer. And we're pretty small. 930 is very small in the cruise industry. You'll have a chance to meet people along the way. You'll be meeting them at dinner and on shore excursions. So hopefully you're connecting with some lifelong friends along the way. All of our ships are sister ships, pretty much identical. They allow us to get into a lot of ports that other cruise lines can't get into. We don't have to tender as much as the other brands do. Tendering is where you anchor and you have to shuttle people to and from the ship, and you lose time in port. Our idea is to have a brand where people can move from the Viking Star to the Viking Jupiter to the Viking Neptune and have the same experience. So you don't have to follow a certain ship. And also, we have one class of ships. We don't have some that have certain elements and some that have different elements. They're all exactly the same. And we like continuity. We like consistency in our brand. So that's important at Viking. And that's what's helped make the brand so successful. It's all about the food being locally sourced and local recipes on board our ships. Because we started with river cruising, and it was all about the ships visiting these ports and towns and having that experience of being in these cities. They they emulated what people were doing on motor coach trips. People were doing they were doing trips in Europe. They were visiting these towns by motor coach. We introduced it by river ships, and people wanted to have the local cuisine of these ports. And we did the same with ocean cruising. So the food is going to be representative of the parts of the world that you're cruising in. And lots of different options on our ocean going ships. Our main restaurant, we have specialty restaurants. We've got little cafes to enjoy, and it's all excellent. Our idea of our food is that you shouldn't ever have to pay extra for food on board for better quality or better service. All the food should be equally wonderful. It should be the goal to have excellent food no matter where you're dining on board. If you're getting room service, you're eating in a casual environment, it should be wonderful, authentic. Temperature should be perfect for all of our food. We have a very high retention of our crew on board our ships. 90% of them come back contract after contract. That's really important. That means that we're treating them well. They like working for the company. A happy crew member translates to a happy guest experience. We do pay them a little higher than the industry standard. They stay around and they can move from ship to ship, and they know their job pretty much from day one, which is nice. They don't have to learn a new ship every time they go to a different contract. We do have a service guarantee, meaning that if something's not quite right, we ask for the guest to let us know, and our crew is able to fix that. If a guest doesn't find satisfaction in how we've rectified the situation, they could actually opt to get off the ship and receive a refund. So that's our Viking service guarantee. Again, ask your travel advisor about that, because we do offer that on all of our ships, river and ocean. It's all about the ports. We try to be very inclusive with our itineraries, not having a lot of sea days. It's all about getting into these ports and experiencing the culture and the history and the geography, language, food, wine, music, art, architecture. It's all about that, visiting the ports of call that we visit. If there's something that we don't offer, just ask. We are visiting these ports several times throughout the year, and you can customize things. Ask our shipboard personnel if there's something that you'd like to do. We've probably been asked it before. We do offer a shore excursion in every port of call we visit. So every new port, you'll have the opportunity to get off and do a shore excursion that will give you a great broad brush idea of the city, what that city has to offer. If you're looking for something more to your own liking, we do offer optional shore excursions. They break them down into 3 different categories: local life, working world, and privilege access. Local life, I'll give you a chance to see what the locals do with their free time, what they frequent. Working world might be a particular industry that area is known for. And then privilege access, these are done in very, very small numbers. I often say you get bragging rights for doing something very special, once in a lifetime experience. But our guests are not actually the bragging type. So I guess I probably should rephrase that. You're just going to be able to do something that's very, very special, very once in a lifetime experience. So make sure you ask about that. It does differ on the different ports, what we offer, but generally all 3 of those are available in every port that we visit. So it's going to help you with what you're particularly interested in. I call this our happy no list. A lot of times, when you say no to things, people, think that's negative, but we actually have a very positive reaction to these. So I call it happy no's. So even though we have the space for it, we have no casinos on board our ships. It's not the entertainment our guests are looking for. No children under 18, no umbrella drinks. Those are the drinks that the waiters have plated up and they need to serve, and they're going to be pushing drinks. We will make you a very fresh a cocktail or drink. Just ask, but we're not going to sit there and try to sell you something all the time. No photography sales. There's no one coming around at dinner time dressed like a pirate, going to interrupt your meal to take a picture that you're probably not going to buy. So we don't do that. No art auctions. The things that they sell on board the ships is not one of a kind. Hopefully you'll have time in port to find some wonderful art. No charge for beer, wine, soft drinks, mimosas for breakfast. No charge for alternate restaurants. So a lot of times a cruise line will charge you extra just to go to a different, smaller venue. We don't do that. We think that is telling you that the food that you're getting in the main dining room is kind of okay, that you need to pay $35, $55 more for better food. That's not our philosophy. Everything should be excellent. So we don't charge extra for alternate restaurants. No charge for Wi-Fi, no charge for laundrettes. Our cruises tend to be a little longer for ocean, and sometimes people will run in and do a quick load of laundry. It helps with packing, so you don't have to pack as much. No entrance fee for the spa. Cruise lines have been known the past couple of years to charge you just to go in to use a hot tub or a thermal tub in the spa. Ours are open to everybody, and no spa pressure. So if you go in there and you get a massage or a facial, they're not going to try to sell you something while you're there to relax. So we do sell those things, just ask, but we don't put the pressure on you. No inside cabins. Everybody has a balcony. No smoking on the interior of the ship. No waiting in line. We've got the flow of traffic down. You don't have to get there early or wait in line or reserve something. No formal nights, no butlers, no white gloves. Very, very comfortable and casual. We are not anti-butler. So if you have a butler at home, bring your butler. That's fine. We just don't have them on board. Gracious, attentive staff on board. And of course, no nickel and diming. We're known for that. Several different itineraries. I wish I could go through port by port with you. Again, we try to have a lot of itineraries that don't have sea days. We want people inside the ports. So I'm just going to go through a couple of our most famous. A lot of times, this is a very our longer itineraries. This is one of our shorter itineraries. A lot of times, people will add pre and post packages to this, coming in early or staying late. But this is a Rome to Venice itinerary. Some of these itineraries are actually done in both directions. So make sure you talk to your travel advisor about the itinerary, and then see what itinerary, what direction it's going in. Another itinerary is our Mediterranean and Adriatic sojourn. Again, 22 days long itinerary, 17 ports you're going to visit. So you get a shore excursion at every port, visiting 7 countries. Another example is Mediterranean Odyssey. The trade route to the Middle Ages takes you from the Mediterranean up into the Baltic area. British Isles Explorer. Again, these are very, very popular, tried and true itineraries for us. Probably the very most popular itinerary for us is what most people call the Baltics. We call Viking homelands. It's the areas that all the Vikings explored, from Stockholm to Bergen, where you actually overnight in St. Petersburg. I referred to several times in the presentation Tor Hagen. He is our owner. We are still a privately held company. His daughter worked for the Hermitage. So we have a special arrangement in St. Petersburg at the Hermitage. So if you are interested in seeing something a little bit different and behind the scenes, we offer something like that. We are in the Caribbean when we're not in Europe. So a trip out of Miami, also another one out of Miami. I wish I could go through these really super detailed. We've added a couple Panama Canal cruises in the next couple of years in 2021 and 2022. Alaska, we have longer Alaska itineraries, getting up from Vancouver, British Columbia, up to Seward, Alaska, or vice versa. We have Australia, New Zealand. When the ship's not in Alaska, we move it down to New Zealand. And then something to point out, we do have a group that's been blocked through the agency on this particular itinerary, Bangkok, Bali, and beyond. And it is being led by Neely and Niels. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I'm not sure. I've not met Niels. And it is going from March 23rd through April 4th in 2022. What we're finding is a lot of people are looking at 2021, wondering if what's going to happen. So 2021 is doing okay. It'll be better when we actually have ships in the water. 2022 is booking quite well. I think people think that 2022 is when we'll have COVID well behind us. So if you are looking to plan 2022 and you're looking for it to be escorted, a lot of times when you go with a group like this, you know that there's someone there to take care of all your needs and to make sure that there's something that's planned, that they have this, you have this go-between between Viking and yourselves. You've got the use of the agency, and it's nice to be able to go in and have someone to go to and ask questions to, and travel as a group. It's always more fun to travel as a group with friends or to meet new friends. And we're also offering the free beverage package on this itinerary. So make sure you check with this. Again, not till spring of 2022, so lots of time to prepare. On our cruises, we have production shows, singers, dancers, musicians, but we supplement that with a lot of port entertainment, and we bring in a lot of historians and port lecturers. We have people that have lived extraordinary lives that come on board the ship to talk about their lives. So if you're interested in a little bit different style of entertainment, we also have destination performances, singers, dancers, musicians that come in to perform geographic regional shows. Our ships are large enough to navigate the globe, but really easy to get yourself around quickly on and familiarize with your ship very quickly. 930 guests, 745 feet long. They're like almost like a sleek yacht, but there's quite a bit to do on board with the restaurants, with the lounges, with the spa and the gym. And all our ships have a Scandinavian feel to them. Understated elegance, a lot of light coming in, bringing nature indoors. That's very important with the Scandinavian design. So much like where Tor is from, is where I'm from. I'm from the Pacific Northwest. We have long, dark winters. And in the Scandinavian region, their way to counterbalance that is to have a lot of light-filled areas and to bring nature indoors. They call it bringing the timber inside. So we try to have natural elements and natural fabrics and fibers in our lounges and such. Our main atrium is 3 stories on our ocean-going ships. This is a gathering area where people will come in and visit and mix and mingle. And then off to the sides, you'll see the living room. Again, great for conversations, sitting down and reading a book, very, very quiet and comfortable. If you're looking for some evening entertainment, we do have our Explorers Lounge. We have a band up here. We have music and dancing, a great place to go in through the day and read and look out and check when we're coming into a new port of call, a great view from up there. In the afternoon, we have high tea or afternoon tea in the Winter Garden Lounge, a beautiful lounge. One of the very few lounges of all cruise ship lounges to win an Architectural Digest award. So I could go on about an hour about the design of this lounge, but it has a lot of Nordic history to it. Our pool area has a dome over it, so you can head out and take in the not so great weather. You can still use our pool area. And if you're so inclined and you want a little adventure, go to the back of the ship. We've got an infinity pool with a glass wall on the back of the ship. I think, if I remember right, this is deck 7. So you're kind of high up looking over the ship, and it's very, very safe. We bought the best super glue, so it's very, very safe, but it's kind of an adventure to swim on the back, look out and see the wake of the ship behind you, and take in that little bit of an adventure. Our spa, again, is open for everybody. We've got our thermal pool. It's heated salt water. It's very refreshing to go in there and stay as long as you can and get your blood vessels open, and then head right over to the snow grotto, where it's actually going to be snowing. It's about 1.5 feet of snow in there. It's kind of that whole polar bear Scandinavian health routine. So I think you open up your blood vessels by going in the hot water, and then you come in here and your blood vessels close quickly. I don't know for certain, but all the toxins just fall out in the snow, I believe. And according to Scandinavian tradition, you're going to live a longer, healthier life. But that's I just made that up. But anyway, I think there's a reason why they do it, is what I'm saying. Our dining room is open seating. You're going to dine with whom you want, when you'd like. But we have our specialty restaurants as well. Manfredi's is an Italian restaurant where the menu changes every couple of days. You do need to make reservations for these specialty restaurants. You don't pay extra, but you do need to make reservations. It's a very small galley. We don't want to overwhelm the galley. It's a sharing menu, some bigger items to share with your table mates. And then our chef's table, there's a unique cuisine in here. It's a continental cuisine, but what's unique about this restaurant is there's a wine pairing course by course. The main dining room does include beer and wine, but it's limited. There's a red and a white usually, but in this particular restaurant, it is course by course. Mamsen's is our Norwegian deli named after Tor's mother. It's her famous recipes. She was known for split pea soup as well as waffles, sweet and savory waffles. And you can look here. They're like, if you just put the fruit on there, they're pretty healthy. But if you look over to the right a little bit, you can see they've got a lot of whipping cream. So they're very tasty, and I'm sure they're healthy. But you're on a cruise, you're on vacation, go in and indulge a little bit. Our back restaurant, we have a lot of alfresco dining. So if any chance that we could have dining outdoors, we do have on board our ships. And Our cabins, we'll just quickly go through the different cabins. Again, there are different amenities associated with cabins as far as check-in, as far as making reservations at the spa, as far as making reservations for the specialty restaurants. So check with your travel advisor about the particular category you're booking into. There's enough space for everybody at the spa. There's enough space for everybody in the restaurants, but maybe you want to have first choice. So it tends to be where our more expensive suites get the options a little bit earlier. So make sure you talk with your favorite travel advisor. Again, all of our cabins have a balcony, a nice little sitting area indoors. This is our entry-level cabin. So it is quite nice to be able to go out in your balcony and enjoy that. This is our veranda stateroom. A couple decks higher is our deluxe veranda. Same cabin, it's just on a higher deck. This